Hi, it's Fred Chavez with the Diva&Dude program. So nice to be here with you again today. We're going to go through a series of stretches today. We'll do the Tai Chi form, very short version of the form, at least once here today. And we'll just kind of see how things go over the course of the next 30 minutes here. So let's begin by taking a couple of breaths together, just kind of calming things down, coming into this present moment. Another nice deep breath. And breath out. Last one. Good. Now we'll bring our arms up in front. We'll pull back 2 times like you're rowing a boat. Open up wider like you're throwing 2 frisbees out. And then separate the arms 2 times on each side. Let's do that again. One more time. Good. We'll come down to the shoulders. We'll do some shoulder rolls coming forward first. So squeeze your shoulder blades together in the back, roll them up toward your ears, and then let them fall forward. Squeeze in the back, up toward the ears, and forward. And then we want to reverse that motion. So up toward the ears, squeeze the shoulder blades together in the back, and then relax. I've been doing a lot of work on my shoulders. They've been very sore, especially on my left side, from the work I've been doing with the food bank. Good. Let's take your arm, bring it across the body, and then pull in with the other arm. They tell you in order to volunteer, you have to be able to pick up 25 pounds. What they should tell you is you have to be able to pick up 50 or 60 pounds. Some of those boxes are 50, 60 pound boxes of produce and such that you're having to lift off of a pallet that is normally about 6 foot high. Good. We'll do the same thing on the other side. But it's been good. Since gyms are closed, I've been able to get my workout by doing some of the food distributions for the food bank. I do go home sore. Very good. All right. We're going to come down to our wrist next, so you can just simply turn the hands around, loosening at the wrist, or you can bring the hands together and turn them around both directions, either way that you prefer. Good, and then we'll loosen up our fingers, bring the hands up, and take the fingers down one at a time. I hope you've all been enjoying all the different programs coming through the Diva&Dude programs here, all the different videos. I've tried a couple of them myself. Now I know why I don't do some of them. Not because I didn't enjoy them. Not very good at doing Zumba. Not very good at Nia. One more time here. But at least I was doing it and no one else could see. All right, hands in front. Bring them back towards the hips. Circle them around. So you're making 2 big circles with the hands, and then you're going to get your hips moving around. Loosen up those hips. Now we're going to reverse the direction of the hips. Keep the hands doing the same thing. Very good. Bring your feet together. Bend at the knees just a little bit more. We're going to rotate those knees around. Let's do about 8 times in the direction you've chosen. then we will reverse the direction and do another 8. Good. Then bending, going down only as far as is comfortable for you. We want to do about 6 of these. We have one more. Very good. Stepping back out, we're going to pick up one of our legs and then simply turn the foot around to loosen up the ankle. Remember, you can always hold on to something if necessary to loosen up your ankle and retain your balance. Be sure you're turning mostly your foot and not your entire leg like I'm doing there. Switch over. Very good. We're going to come back up to the neck area. We're going to drop our chin toward the chest and very gently roll it over to one side, one shoulder, back over to the other side. Let's do it 2 more times on each side. Good. We'll come back to the center, lift the chin. Then going to turn your head just one direction and hold that position for just a few seconds. And then come back to the center, turn your head the other direction and hold. Good. So you know that those are just some of the exercises that we normally go through every single time that we are meeting in class together. We normally do a few more than that. So if you want to pause the video going along, you can do more of those just to make sure that the body is nice and loose in doing so. All right? Let's step out. Make sure that those knees are going the same direction that your toes are pointing. Okay, so we don't want to allow those knees to buckle in. We want to pull them out, either that or turn the toes in a little bit more. Lower the body down, but keep the back as straight as possible. We're working legs here, so you want to feel the engagement of your quadriceps and your hamstrings. Cross the arms in front, and then we're coming up, breathing in, breathing out. So when you breathe in, come up, spread the body open. Lower the body. Again, you can do as many of these as you like. Good, we'll do one more. Good. All right. You're going to come back, feet hip width apart. Remember, we're always talking hip bones, not the outside of the body. We're going to begin a forward bend. All right. We're going to make sure that our back is loose enough in order to do this. So let your hands rest on the thighs, and then slide them down to about your knees. Hold there. Come back up. Now we're trying to keep the back as flat as possible. So again, down and back up. This time we're going to take the hands all the way down as far as we can, so we will round out the back and allow the head, the neck to simply relax and just hang down. Doesn't matter if you can touch the floor or not. Just trying to loosen up the back just a little bit. Then let's turn the body over to your left side. Stretch down that leg. And gently you're going to turn over to your right side, stretching down that leg. Come back to the center. Walk your feet out wider, just as wide as you're able to. And then you're going to take your hands off the floor. If you need to support yourself by holding on to your ankles, that's fine. But if you can just let the body hang down using its own weight, you can hold on to your elbows. Just allow your back to open up. Very good. Place your hands back on the floor. What I want you to do is then to lean over to your right side. Come up onto your knee here so you're supporting yourself. You do not want to be bent over like this, supporting yourself. You want to be here, or if you're able to go down further, go ahead and stretch on down. You can reach out for the opposite foot. Good. Support yourself again. Shift over to the other side. And again, if you're here, that's good enough. If you're just stretching there, that's great. If you're able to go further down, please do so. And reach out for the other foot. I'm going to try and hold these for about 15 seconds or so, at least. Let's come back up into the middle. One more time, we're simply going to hang down. This will really help stretch out the hamstrings as well. Good. Hands back on the floor. Walk your feet closer together again, maybe about shoulder width apart. And you're either going to come into a chair position here from yoga, or if you're able to, squat all the way down. If you are squatting, make sure your heels are flat on the floor. We don't want heels off the floor when we're doing this. Very good. We're going to come into a position where the hands are back on the floor or touching onto the top of your feet. Relax your head and neck. From here, you will slowly come up as if one vertebra was stacking on top of the other. So your head and your neck are the last thing to come up. Stand up nice and tall. Take your hands to the lower back. And then simply bend over those hands. Relax your shoulders. Don't push them up toward your ears. Create tension. Very good. All right. So anytime you're doing a forward bend and staying in that position, you want to do a backward bend. Do the counter movement to that. That'll really help to strengthen the entire core area, front and back. All right, so we should feel good enough till we can begin to do some exercises. Not that I wasn't exercising, but to be doing the form and doing some other exercises. So let's do the form one time. We're only going to do the first 5 movements of the form with the space that we have allowed here. So we begin with our feet together. Everything nice and balanced in the body, both sides of the body. And even though I'm going to step out to my right, I want you stepping out to your left as you would normally do. So stepping out with your left leg. Resettle the weights. Arms drift up. And back down. Buddha's warrior attendant pounds the mortar. Take your step forward. Be sure everything's balanced on your left leg here. Lazily tying coat. Weight comes back into your left leg. Stay balanced on that leg. Step out. Shift weight now. 6 ceilings, 4 closings. Single whip. And then we'll turn to our left to do white crane and finish with that. Good? Okay. So we're doing that just to remind you of at least the first few movements of the form so that when we get back to being together, we haven't forgotten at least that. Okay, we can do that. So let's go through a number of different exercises here from the Ba Duan Jing. Okay, remember in Chinese, Ba means 8, so it's going to be a series of 8 exercises that we go through. And I'm going to show you a couple different ways to do these exercises. The first one's known as lifting the sky. Arms by the side. We're standing hip width apart. Then hands come, press down toward the floor. You look down, begin to breathe in, all the way up to the top. Breathe in through your nose. Stretch and breathe out. Relax the body. Let's repeat that same movement. Press down, press forward, press up, stretch the body open, relax, breathing out. Again. This time, a little bit different. Bring the palms facing up, then we turn them up. So there's a different rotation here in the wrists and the shoulders. Breath out. Again, up the front, rotate those palms to face up. Stretch, relax. 2 more times. Last one. From here, we're going to bring the palms face up, separating heaven and earth, or yin and yang. Bring the hands halfway up, we're breathing in. Get your left hand going up, right one goes down, press up, press down. Turn the palms face each other, breathe in. Once the hands cross, we breathe out. Press up, press down. Let's continue. Breath in and out. So you're pressing in both directions, so we want to do this and feel a nice stretch along the side there. Good, we're going to bring that left arm down and move into the next movement, which is simply called looking back. I'm going to throw my hands back and I'm going to turn back one direction and look as far behind as possible. So I'm getting a nice opening all across the collarbone, the clavicle area. And then relax, breathing out. Breath in, breath out. We'll do one more on each side. Very good. Next movement. Take a nice deep breath in. Breathe out. We're going to forward fold again. You're going to bring those hands on the inside of the leg, breathing in all the way up to the top of the head. Then take them over the head, begin to breathe out along the shoulders, underneath, and you can take them along the side of the body. We'll do just a few of these. We've done a lot of stretching down. This time I'm going to take my hands underneath the arms, behind my back, and take them behind the back of the leg. We're coming up the front, breathing in, then breathing out all the way down. So one more time on the outside of the legs. And then last time, behind the back and the back of the legs. Good. You'll stand back up. You'll step out wider. We'll do drawing the bow next. So create even weight between your feet. Cross the arms here. This is one where we draw the bow from one side to the other side. But when we're drawing, imagine like you have these elastic bands so that you're really stretching open the body. So we're not just pulling back there. We want to see the body kind of open up across the clavicle and upper chest area. Okay? So, nice deep breath in. Shift your weight to your left side. Draw the bow to your right. Breathing out. Breath in, you're just simply going to bring that hand around. You breathe out, you shift your weight to the other side. Breath in. Try to keep good alignment. What I mean by that is don't lean the body over. Keep nice, good alignment. Breath in. Breath out. Shoulders should stay relatively level. Really shift the weight in the legs. Work your quads. Last one here. Good. Stay in the same position. Next exercise is when we're going to bend over one leg, shifting the weight into that leg, and then shifting the weight around, and then coming up, looking at the opposite foot. So you keep your hands on the waist. Let's bend over your left leg. Shift weight around into your right leg. Stand up so the chest is pointing forward. Turn to look down at your opposite foot. Over this leg, shift weight around. Coming up. A few more of these. Come up, turn to look, last one. Good, look, come back to the center. All right, good. Next one, still gonna work your legs a little bit. This is called punch with angry eyes. Whether or not you want to make the angry eyes is up to you. What we are doing is really working our legs, stepping out into what's known as a horse stance, like you're riding a horse, okay? So the feet are pointing forward. Knees are also pointing forward. Make two fists. You're not clenching the fists at this point in time, but when we punch, and it's a slow punch, by the way, lower your body weight. It's a very slow punch. You will tense the arm and tense that fist. So let's begin. Throw that punch out, tensing the arm, relax it. Turn the thumb under and up. Then palm facing up, draw it back. Keep that body weight lowered. Punch, tense, relax. Turn the thumb under and up, and palm facing up. Again. As I said, you can punch with angry eyes, which means that you kind of tense the face up a little bit, like you're glaring at something. Then you relax. Last time on this side. Good. Our last exercise is what's known as dropping post. I'll turn sideways for the first time. I'm simply going to come up onto my toes and then, whoops, came up too high on my toes. Come up on the toes and then drop that weight down, right? So let's do about 6 of those. Breath in, out. Blow the air out. It's just to release any tension that might still be hanging on. One more. Good. Feet together. Close down in the next minute here. Bending back like closing the dragon forms. Up. Left thumb inside your right palm. Close the left hand over the right. Let everything rest just at about navel level. Close your eyes for just a moment. Just let your sense of awareness feel back unto itself. And notice the grace that is there. When we're not seeking anything in the future, but simply being present in the moment, we have openness and spaciousness, and grace floods the experience. One more breath. Good. Thank you all very much for being with us today on the Diva&Dude Tai Chi program. Look forward to seeing you again soon.